Hello, guys. This is a surprise, huh? Two videos in the same week. Who would have thunk? But I feel like this is something I have to talk about, not just because it involves a series I've already made a couple videos about, but it also involves quite possibly one of the most desperate attempts at trying to have any sort of fucking relevance anymore. I am, of course, talking about the Assassin's Creed Shadows crossover with Attack on Titan. What was supposed to be. So let me just put this. Let me just rant for a little bit with you guys. You came to this channel for a rant, right? I don't know what the fuck Ubisoft is doing anymore. I legitimately don't. It's back in the day there was like a thing with Final Fantasy 15 where it was crossovered with Assassin's Creed. But here's the thing. That was actually cool. It added new mechanics for that little thing, and it gave you like a costume to have, right? I believe they did another thing with another game. I think it was Monster Hunter Wild at the time. But so it's not out of the loop. It's not out of the fucking nowhere, right? It's not strange to cross over Assassin's Creed with something. The problem is that assassin it's always sort of been separate, and like there was like nods in like Assassin's Creed Origins where you saw like chocobos and like hieroglyphs and shit, just a little nod to that crossover, but it didn't really affect the game itself, right? It wasn't a major fucking thing. You didn't suddenly see chocobos fucking going across the desert or some shit. So so it's just a cool little nod. And then I just finished a video like 2 days ago. It was the I think God, I'm so mad right now actually that I can't even fucking think of it. Wow. Um Whatever. I uploaded a video. I went on the news. I was like, cool, I'll be able to take 5 fucking minutes to myself to think of the next thing. And I've actually got a video for next week already in my head because I've actually found out something and I'm gonna rant all fucking about it next week. But I want to do it one tonight because I it's a hot topic. It's something I have a very strong opinion about, and it's you know. So I think I've told this story a lot. So I'll do the short version here. I practically grew up with Assassin's Creed. I played one, two, Brotherhood, Revelations 3, 4, Black Flag. I played Rogue for a bit. You know, I basically was there until the fucking co-op one, right? I played Assassin's Creed Liberation. I played basically everyone, and then there was the French one. There was one based in France that I never fucking played because it was so badly reviewed, and yeah, I just never fucking played it. Then there was the one based in like London that I've never played, and it's like I just stopped caring about the series after a certain point. It was like after four, after collecting everything in fucking four, which was a hassle. I don't blame anybody who wastes money. Just sorry about that, guys. Uh, Someone knocked on the door. Said I was being a little too loud. Um, so I will try to tone it down a little bit for them. Because I'm not an asshole. Give me a second. I believe my cat just knocked something off my bed in my room. Okay, you didn't knock anything over. Okay, so basically what I was going to say is... I just fixed that damn lamp. Of course it starts messing up again. Anyway, I don't blame anybody wanting to buy that shit, because collecting the collectibles in 4 is a fucking slog. That's all I wanted to get out. But it was fun. You know, you climbed up on fucking trees and ancient ruins to get these things, so it's fun. But there's a lot of it. So, yeah, I don't blame anybody for buying that DLC that basically just collects all of it for you. I really don't. Which is what I'm probably going to do in my playthrough. I don't know if that's going to be PlayStation 4 or PC or not, but that's probably what I'm going to fucking do. And that's going to be a pretty fucking penny. I'll tell you that much right now. But anyway, I guess... Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just... I do a lot of these without a script, so it's like I have to gather my thoughts sometimes. I can't just be like, oh, okay, well, here's this, 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 and this. But anyway, what's my point here? My point is, regardless of the circumstances, whether they be crossovers or collectibles, it has never really affected the overall story. Correct? It's never really affected the characters themselves. Obviously, this is you controlling the character in the most literal way possible. Especially in the Assassin's Creed series, where the whole thing's based around the Animus, which allows you to go through your ancestors' memories and, you know, puppet them, essentially, as they go through their memories. That's the whole premise of Assassin's Creed. Now, I don't know what the fuck happened between Origins and, Shadows. But at a certain point, Ubisoft changed the entire fucking thing. They went from fucking fictional, like, conspiracy theory, government in the shadows kind of shit, to complete and utter supernatural nonsense. Right? Just completely fucking ridiculous. And it's not like, it's like when you... It's sort of like... It sort of started in 4, right? Where you get these things there, and they were these, like, fucking ships. And they were ghost ships. They were ships that, weren't supposed to be around. A couple of them were actually real ships. Like, they were actually manned and shit. But, the thing is like... And it's like Rogue, I think, had sea monsters, right? Fucking sea monsters. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it was you fought sea monsters. But here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. It went towards... it went down a slippery slope. Because you could make maybe a fucking argument for the Kraken being a thing, right? You can make an argument that a giant whale exists, right? On the fucking scale of Moby Dick. I'm pretty sure in Rogue that's actually a thing. You hunt down a great white whale, and that becomes like the fucking story for Moby Dick later in history. The thing is that as ridiculous as it is, it wasn't really tied to the story, right? And even if it was tied to the story, there was a modicum of sense right? Regarding these encounters, like, you know, Ship of the Galleys, or Ship of the Lines, really existed. They were scary motherfuckers, by the way. I think they maxed out like 50 cannons on each fucking side. And they specifically were, I believe, made just to kill pirates. Like, Christ. But that's the thing, is like, and again, you could make an argument that a giant whale existed at one point. You could make an argument that the Kraken existed at some point. But there are some things in these fucking other video Assassin's Creed games that does not make fucking sense. Like the Oni and fucking Assassin's Creed Shadows. Or the fucking One-Eyed Ogre and the fucking Roman game. What? My cat's acting weird. Sorry. Right? You can't really explain these away. But, you know, like I said, they're not really a part of the fucking story. Until this crossover. This fully voiced, by the way, fully fucking voiced story about Yasuke and Naoe finding fucking titans. They find fucking these. They find titans in the ice. And they fight titans in the ice. And it's a story chapter. Granted, it's a temporary story chapter. They were going to make it fucking permanent. And then the outcry from people basically forced them to basically make it into a temporary thing that isn't even going to go past Christmas. But I wanted to just basically get that context out before I went on my rant. That Assassin's Creed, no matter what they've done, history has always played a part in how they make the game. It's always been somewhat accurate. Obviously, some things don't happen. Like Ezio Auditore was not a real fucking person. Altair was not a real fucking person. You know, Connor was not a real fucking person. Edward wasn't a real fucking person. You know, like, it's always been false. It's always been characters they've made up. And then Assassin's Creed Shadow happens, and they just somehow get the idea to use a real person, despite having several games in their franchise where that's not the fucking case. And then they have this fucking travesty. This fucking crossover with something that ended 2 fucking years ago. 2 fucking years. That may not seem like a long ass time, but in 2 fucking years, there have been several animes put out, several isekais put out, several seasons of currently existing animes put out. Boruto is actually one of those that has actually gotten a new season and ended that season in that time frame. Like 2024. Attack on Titan ended 2023. So, you know, and it's not like Warzone did this too. I believe a few mobile games did this as well. They cross over with Attack on Titan. But here's the thing. In Warzone, it was just a character, and he got laughed at a lot. Like, I think the most famous example is actually Smitty's video, where it's just the Titan's ass on the fucking thumbnail. Because that's basically what you remember from playing that fucking character. Just, caked up on a fucking Tuesday night. On a fucking Friday night, acting like it ain't no but business. What the fuck? What the fuck, Titan? Why are you caked up? And that's the thing. It was just a joke to a lot of players. And it's just a joke to a lot of fucking players. It really was. But here, they actually try to do a story segment with these fucking things, these fucking Titans. Now, myself personally, I could give a fuck less about Attack on Titan, but I do care about Assassin's Creed. And so, here's the bottom line with this. Okay? If you're so fucking focused on making this a fictional game from here on out, fucking say so. You never made that fucking clear, especially with all the fucking Yasuke shit where you're like, well, it's historical fiction. No, it's been a historical game in a fictional setting where the events of history actually fucking happened. I'm gonna tell you this right the fuck now. Titans don't fucking exist. That should be fucking obvious. But instead, these dumbass developers, I still can't believe Ubisoft is still doing this shit with the world. Like, I go out the whole thing on the Prince of Persia shit, but I'm just more surprised they didn't just clean the fucking house after Assassin's Creed Shadows. I really am surprised because with Prince of Persia. Let me go on a small rant there. The characters look ugly as fuck, and the princess of the story is now less helpless, which doesn't even. Then why the fuck is the prince even there then? But anyway, that's gonna be something for later as I get more information on that shit. The fucking. Okay, I know. From here on out, I don't want Assassin's Creed to be referred to as a historical fiction game. It is just fiction at this point. You'd be better off doing you'd be better off doing it on an alien world at this fucking point. Okay? A completely different civilization in the middle of bumfuck whatever universe at this point. Because you've lost the fucking plot. You have lost the fucking plot, Ubisoft. Okay? You are so desperate. So I mean that completely. Desperate to fucking prove everybody wrong about Assassin's Creed Shadows. That you have sold the soul of that franchise to anybody with a fucking dollar. Even before the game came out, there was like fucking tea, there was like merchandise, you sold the likeness to Red Bull. You sold fucking cups, I believe. You sold a fucking computer chip, which for me was the dumbest shit, because you won't even see the fucking thing when it's installed. You look at this little thing, it's got Assassin's Creed logo on it. Oh, here comes the cover. Oh, now you can't fucking see it. Fucking dumbest shit ever. Who the fuck would pay extra for a graphics card you can't even that's like that has special art on it that you don't even fucking see when you put it in your fucking computer? That is the height of retardation to me. You disrespect Japanese culture in almost every aspect of this fucking game, from the sumo to the statues to the fucking Bushido code. To even disrespect Yasuke, for fuck's sake, and there's barely anything available about him. But somehow you still fuck him up. Now, granted, I've not played the fucking game, but I can guarantee you one thing: uh, the black guy should not have a fucking rap song. You racist fucking bastards. Every time he gets in a boss fight, fucking hip hop music starts playing. What the fuck? And then the game comes out. It's a massive fucking loss. They try to be like, oh, well, look at the player count. No, nobody was fooled. Earnings, of course, come up, and they're shit. Everybody tries to shell for this fucking game. Doesn't work. And now, as if to prove everybody correct that you were just trying to make any sort of fucking money off this fucking piece of shit, you fucking crossover with an anime that's not only 2 years old, and everybody's pretty much forgotten about it by now, much like Sword Art Online, but you also create an entire story around it as if it actually fucking happened in history. There's not a word in the English dictionary to describe how dumb fucking stupid you guys actually are. Nobody but the fucking simpiest of the simps are going to fucking play this thing. Specifically for the Attack on Titan DLC. You didn't even have players when you crossed over with Dead by fucking Daylight. And Dead by Daylight is still a popular game 10 years after it was fucking released. Like, there's nothing left here. You're literally just fucking cutting pieces off this game to sell to other people and then adding them back once they fucking shit on it. Okay? Because here's the thing. Even if this game, if it's to be believed, has broken even and even made a bit of profit, it ain't because of the game. It ain't because of the game itself. The game itself is a fucking failure. It's a flop. The reason why it's probably been able to make any sort of profit at all is because you fucking sold it off to so many fucking people that the profit is, in my opinion, I'm 100% sure of this shit. I'm never 100% sure of anything, is most likely royalties. Like, I bet you took royalty deals on those Red Bull cans and those fucking graphics cards, and every time one sold, you got like a bit of the profit. That's the only way this all makes sense. Because the game sold like shit. The only way you made any sort of profit off the game for it selling like shit is if it's from those many things. There's many sponsorship deals you fucking took in order to try to say like this is a big earner. This is no different. This Attack on Titan crossover, this is no different. You're just trying to fucking sell this shit to people and for them to pay for it and to give you a little bit of that profit back. It's gone. Oh, it's gone. That's basically it. Every bit of profit you make off this fucking piece of shit from now on is never going to be because of the game itself. It's going to be because of the fucking marketing and shit. The products. You know, that's sad to me. Because it used to be a game could stand on its own 2 fucking feet. Just by itself. BioShock, Assassin's Creed 2, fucking Mass Effect. You know, all big sellers, all getting profit for it for the companies that made them. Yet, apparently, the only way this is where I'm going to declare victory here. Apparently, the only way a woke game like Assassin's Creed Shadows can make any sort of profit is if the developers themselves sell its soul to the very corporate entities that they hate. The ones that they say put down the working man, drive up rent, and make food more expensive. The only way a woke-ass game like Assassin's Creed Shadows is if they keep selling pieces of their game to the corporate entities they hate. And at that point, is it a game? Or is it one of those marketable plushies that you can buy online for much cheaper? I don't know. What I do know is, at no point in time will I ever buy Assassin's Creed Shadows except to burn it. Because at this point, Assassin's Creed, at least anything past fucking Origin, is dead to me. I don't care about it. I don't give a fuck about it. And honestly, all titles past Origin can go straight to the fucking furnace. Till its ass crisps like a chicken. Ubisoft, one last thing. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over, expecting a different outcome. So, Ubisoft, one last question for you. Do you know what the definition of insanity is? Because you need to get your head out of your ass so you can rediscover it. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. If you guys liked the video, subscribe, like, comment. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. But in any case, hope you guys have a good day or night. Have a good one.